Hello again, and welcome into this video where we'll talk about Pitta, our second dosha. We covered the Vata so far, which we found very important, very interesting. I hope your pranayama is going well. If you need any assistance, any help, let me know. And let's talk about Pitta. What are the qualities of Pitta? Pitta is hot, it's oily, it's also because of the oiliness, it's a little bit movable, not as Vata, but it's a little bit movable as well. It's hot. So and a light, and as you see, the lightness is the same for Vata. So that is starting to be a little bit complicated. That means when you use hot spices in a goodwill to pacify your Vata, um, what you can actually do is that you may even support your Vata because of the lightness. Then we have to combine um, with also another spices and create a mixture which will help uh, to grow the or to pacify the Vata and increase the Pitta without aggravating the Vata. But anyway, don't worry, it is just for your information. I found it interesting, and therefore I share that. And what is the function of Pitta? Why do we have Pitta in our body, in our mind, in our energy? Pitta governs the transformation, digestion. In the end, it is responsible for transformation, transforming the food. How, or in other words, how food becomes the process of how the food becomes consciousness is Pitta, or thanks to Pitta. It also governs the thirst, the hunger that we can see, we can feel. It's also it's ambitious. It's courage. You know, this kind of qualities. I believe you already got a sense. That's Pitta. Also, the spark, the luster of the skin, of the eyes, the personal, the like say how you perceive the personal aura of people. That is that is Pitta. If the Pitta is in good shape, it's healthy, it's uh, it's it's going well in the body as it should, then you perceive it in people and you can see it also in the eyes. Those people, they have very catchy, very nice eyes. So or you feel their presence. That's because or thanks to Pitta. As Vata, Pitta has also 5 subdoshas, which are, just for information, you may not want to remember them. So first is Pachak Pitta, Ranjak Pitta, Sadak Pitta, Alochak Pitta, and Brajak Pitta. And now I will explain uh, each one by one, so you have the understanding. So let's start with the first one, the Pachak Pitta. Pachak Pitta sits in your stomach and your low intestine, which is the small intestine, which is the main seat of Pitta. And what it does? Well, as you probably may guess, it governs the digestion. If for the first 2 hours, when we eat something, it's in the stomach, for these first 2 hours, this Pitta is digesting. Then the food goes into duodenum, which is the small and first part of your small intestine, where also another digestive juices and through the low intestines as the food goes, it's digesting, and as we were talking about the ahamkar, it knows what to take and what to postpone, and like this and like this. Pachak is also very important, and it's part of the Jatara Agni. which is the main agni, which means the main digestive fire. This digestive fire is main, is important. That is where, when you want to work on anything which is connected with digestion, if it's if there is a kind of a block in in your tissues, or you experience problem, pain, digestion, or you don't feel like you digest properly, or you cannot digest certain food or so, you want to focus on this particular agni, on this particular fire. It's the main fire, with and from where other fires, which we will talk about briefly too, are coming from. So that means if you want to digest any kind of experience, because that must be digested, then that is, you need a certain fire for the digestion. Or also our bodily tissues, which we will also talk about, one by one, they have their digestive fire too. Our skin has digestive fire. Our bones, they have digestive fire. Our blood, our lymph system, it has digestive fire. The muscles, the fat tissues, it has digestive power, a digestive fire. So if this pitta, the pachak pitta, is disturbed, there is something bad with it, especially if it goes high, then you can experience acidity, acid reflux. You can experience any problem which is connected with your stomach, or also digestion in the small intestine, where if you are, for example, experiencing swollenness. We already talked about difference between swollenness and gassiness. If you're experiencing swollenness, like your belly is big without need of releasing an air, then that is this pitta in your small intestine, and there it's asking for your attention. Next pitta is called Ranjak pitta. Ranjak pitta is in the liver, also in the stomach, and in the spleen. Here, what I want to talk about with you is mainly the liver. Why? Because that is also where the Jatara Agni is, and also the main digestive fire comes from. Also, the digestion of 5 elements in our food, so it can be transformed in the way how our body can absorb it. But the liver, as you may know, is a seat of anger, hostility, jealousy, and hate. Every emotion, especially these kind of emotions, must be metabolized, must be digested, must be released. Because if not, it's going to affect your organs, your body tissues, your blood as well. The quality of blood will change. You may experience, for example, an acne, or problems with blood. The emotions there, they want to be digested, they want to be processed. And how we do that? When we are aware of them, when we allow ourselves to feel them, to be aware of them, then the digestive fire, the agni in the liver, can burn them, can release them. If not released, if you are constantly suppressing them, then you are asking for trouble, because eventually it will manifest into an illness, into a sickness. So, how we do that? You never suppress anger. You never suppress any emotion, all emotions are human, all emotions are normal, but how we uh, deal with them, that is what we should put awareness on or at, right? So if you feel the anger, for example, your partner says or your client says or do something which makes you angry, you allow yourself feel the anger. You allow, but you don't have to yell. You don't have to show it in the way it's destructive, because in the end it's not helpful to you, it's not helpful to the second party, and it will create nothing good. But when you allow yourself, okay, now this makes me angry, I'm aware of my anger, and then you go, why does it making me angry? Because you may find yourself in the position of a victim, like it's happening to me, right? He did it to me or she did it to me, or how dare is you are evolving your ego there. And it's a very good, very important realization, which is also due to Pitta, but different one. So, and that is also why the coaches, the guides, the mentors are so important to help you to go through this process. Because if not, then as you now know, it will create a problem. It's in your energy, it's in your body, it's in your energy blueprint, and everyone feels that subconsciously. Maybe they're like, okay, there's something weird about the person. I don't know exactly why, but I want to stay away from her or him, right? So you feel it, and it will affect your digestion, it will affect hugely your mental state and therefore your energetic state. And what our clients are buying is our energy, is what how we deal with things, how we feel ourselves, how we allow or what we allow ourselves to experience, and how we process that, and what we believe in, and how we see ourselves, and so on and so on. And if you suppress it, then it will be felt subconsciously. Some people can be aware of it consciously. It will be felt in your energetic field, in your energy. So you can talk about forgiveness, you can talk about love, but no one will really believe you, because you don't practice that. You may probably not even believe in that, because you cannot forgive. That you feel that anger, it's a suppressed anger, it's not released. So it may happen this way, it may happen a different way. I'm just giving you some examples what may happen and how this affects you, your energy, and also your thinking as well, because body and emotions, mind, it's not separated. It's all connected. And therefore I'm doing this workshop because just focusing on our mind, it's good, it's important, but it may not be enough, because we have to also take care of our body. Our body is a temple, is where the cosmos, the universe, the God sits and is, and works from there. So they say the body is the temple of God, and our nervous system is like milestones how we reach it. So it's the same for your manifestation, and we will talk about soon, very soon, about that. So I will not touch it. Uh, so never suppress your emotions. Let them pass through. Hire someone who will help you to go through that. This safe space where you can process them and let them go without harming yourself, without harming your partner or your clients or your business. And now another important and amazing pitta which we have is called Sadhaka Pitta. Sattva Pitta is in the gray cerebral cortex. So it's the cover of the brain, the sensitive layer, white sensitive layer of matter, which covers our brain, and it's also in the heart. So what it does actually there is that the layer itself is not Pitta, it's Kapha that we will cover in next video what Kapha is. But in that layer, in that amazing white sensitive layer, every experience is recorded. Everything. Who does the recording is prana, and the ink which does it with, prana does it with, is Sattva Pitta. So everything in our life, what we have experienced, is recorded there. So Sattva Pitta is also in the heart. What is it doing there? It allows us to cognize, recognize, I appreciate all these kind of nice things, nice emotions which are important are thanks to Sattva Pitta. So if you're experiencing that you cannot value yourself, or you cannot respect yourself, or you have problem with cognition or recognition, that is because there is some disturbance in the Pitta, to be exact, in the Sattva Pitta. Next thing what Sattva Pitta does, and I want to talk about, is the feeling of I am, the ahamkar, the ego. But now we are talking about the healthy ego, which gives self-confidence. And self-confidence and self-appreciation, self-value, it's important for our growth. So ego itself, from our understanding now, is nothing bad. It can be in balance. It has polarity. We have that, and we need that for our growth, for our learning and going through certain experiences which are important in our path or on our path to our goal. But in general, the ego is not bad. It is a important and a good thing. And there is much more about the ego, but also its connection with the intellect and so on and so on. But we will not cover that for now. For now, we are talking about the Sattva Pitta, the feeling of I am, the recognition of the feeling I exist. I am here, because without that, we would be melted into the energy where we were before we came here. So we need the ego here to experience human life. Funny enough, as to experience the human life, we are going through some limitations and traumas and blocks and so on. And what we want to surpass it. We want to go above the ego. So yes, it's here. It helps us to be here in the flesh and experience the beautiful life on the earth. But in the same way, it's our learning tool, it's our best friend in our evolution, because we can also because of that, because of ego, we can experience our life as a human. We can experience different kind of emotions. If you look at this like through these lenses, it's a beautiful thing. But we also want, and what it is what we are not learned, which not taught, which is what we don't know. No one teaches us unless you want to probably start your business or you are interested in a spirituality. Then you start learning and knowing and hearing about these kind of things, and then you are like, what? Right? I certainly was like that. I always thought that ego is bad, ego is the enemy, but it's not. It's not. We have to change our perception. Ego can be our best friend if we make it. It can be our worst enemy if we make it. The decision is up to you, what you choose to be. But in general, it was given to you for a good reason, for a good purpose, and this is this for your growth, for your learning, and for the feeling of I exist, I am. Another interesting thing what Sadhaka Pitta does is help us to feel and understand our and transform our truth and our reality. There is a difference between the truth and the reality. Let's talk a little bit about the truth. Truth, there are like two types of truth. One is your personal truth, when your personal truth may not be same like my personal truth, but there is also a universal absolute truth which is same for absolutely everyone, and that is sitting inside of you, basically in your soul. That is the truth of who you really are. Who you really are. When you sit down, you let your soul speak. It will tell you who you are. But it requires some experience or some practice, because our ego may start evolving in there and saying it's not true and so on. But when you sit still, when you differentiate from your ego, when you go above it and you step into the intention of being who you are, your soul will tell you who you are, and that's your truth, why you are here, what you are meant to do, who you are, that you are part of God, you are part of cosmos, part of universe. It's within you. You are the cosmos. You are the universe. You are limitless. All these things which we know intellectually, it's not enough. If you ask your soul, you will not only know it intellectually, you will feel it in every cell of your body. And to be able to do so in the complete fullness, we need our body to be clean, to our nervous system to be strong enough. And how we do that? Well, we are aware of our thoughts, aka our truth. What we believe in, that is our truth. And our truth, our what we believe in, becomes our reality. That is how reality manifests. So when you start believing, or you believe that maybe, let's say, you're not good enough, you cannot charge this amount of money for this amazing course what you have created, or you start doubting this course is not that potent, that powerful as you wanted because you are not good enough, like that, then it will express in your reality. If you believe that you hell deserve this beautiful money because you are creating this in alignment of who you are. If you believe and you know truly, because belief becomes into knowing, that this particular program is going to help tremendously to your soul aligned clients and they are going to grow, or whatever it is, right? My audience is mainly entrepreneurs. That will be the reality. That will be what your clients will experience. So if you are delivering a course which you may believe you will get people, so you get the people, but you believe like, okay, this is weak, this will not work. Guess what? Your clients will experience that. So that is how our belief becomes reality. Now, let's go a little bit deeper into that, because that is when the fun starts. First, we are working on what I like to call a mental level. So so what you believe in, you create in your mental reality. You see it and you believe it. And then you start embodying it. And how? Well, one of the things which you can do is to use pranayama. There are different ways how you can do it. We can, if this is what you want, if this is what you are resonating with, then I'm very happy to help you to guide you through the process, which also I use myself and I've created myself, because that is what works for me, and other techniques didn't work. So if also you are in the same position that whatever you try doesn't work, or you are interested in some new technique and maybe create your own one, then I'm very happy to help you with that. You create your reality in the mental energetical space. It exists. You can see it. It exists because you have access to the unlimited possibility, the field of unlimited possibilities that exists. Every single possibility exists, positive, negative. It doesn't matter. This field doesn't see it as a positive or negative. That is how you perceive it. So if you see it, you pick it, you see it, you choose it from the field, endless field, limitless field of possibilities. So you start seeing it, you start believing it. Then through the process of embodiment, you bring it into your physical reality. And that is thanks to Sadhaka Pitta. Therefore, also it's important uh, to feel it or to see it, maybe to taste it as well, because when how the truth becomes your reality is through that the truth is touching the senses. Does it make sense? The truth touches your senses, and then it becomes reality. So when you see it and when you feel all the emotions, therefore the law of attraction, therefore always they say feel it, see it and feel it like it is. Feel it. It's because of that and of the that is how we are embodying. That is how it becomes your reality. It becomes the reality. There's another word in Czech, but in English it's actually the same. So, uh, therefore, it's important for you to feel, to see it, and to feel it. Yes, it may feel like a BS. Yes, it may feel like you're imposter, but the more you do it, that will be better. And again, therefore, I am here to help you too. If you feel like you need help in this matter, just contact me. I'm very happy to help you because you are here for more. You are here to give something to the world. You are here to experience beautiful life. You are walking divine, walking universe on the earth. You are here with a purpose, and you are not here to suffer or to spend your whole life in denial of your true identity because of ignorance, because of not knowing. No, you are here, you are powerful, and if you don't see it, if you don't know it, I'm gonna make you feel it and know it. So if that is you want, I'm happy to do so. Another thing about Sadhaka Pitta, which I want to mention very much, is that every thought, feeling, and emotion must be metabolized. If it's not, and metabolized and turned into intelligence. If it's not, what it does, it crystallizes in your body. So all the negative thoughts, all the limitations, all the negative things you decided to believe in, which is BS, but it's not processed, it's not turned into intelligence. In other words, you didn't ask or didn't learn what was supposed to learn, what was the experience there, what was the lesson there. So you actually are in this victim consciousness, victimhood, which you may not be aware of, and it's okay. Now you may start be aware of it. Then it crystallizes in your body and stays there. Now, again, it depends what kind of thought it is. If it's like a vata thought or vata emotion, like fear, for example, that will go in your body and sit in the places where vata likes to sit. Or if it is this anger or jealousy, it will sit in ways where pitta likes to sit. And we will talk about kapha, then it will sit in the places where kapha likes to sit. So in the case of our pitta, it can be seen on the skin somehow, some eczema, for example, some acne problem, or dryness. It can be also in your eyes, in your digestion, in your liver, in your spleen. In your also liver, spleen, and eyes are working in unity. Liver and stomach also, liver and spleen. So there, the main point here is that a lot of things are coming in my mind, and I have to differentiate what is uh, good to share here, what is maybe for next level, so you understand it properly. So sometimes it's happening. Um, so therefore, it's important to process every emotion, learn from it, every experience, and again, hire someone, ask for help. It will speed up your evolution. It will speed up your growth. It's not weak. I'm saying that because when I started, I thought that I can do everything myself. I thought I have to do that to show. No, I wasted that time and a lot of money, and it was a huge learning lesson for me. So asking for help is not weakness. It's actually courage to go to speed up the growth, speed up the evolution. Now, let's go to another one, which is called Alochak Pitta. This Pitta is sitting in, or it is in the eyes. This is, or if you want to call it like eyes Pitta. This Pitta there, what it does, it helps us to see the colors, see the light. It gives the luster into the eyes, the color of the eyes, the clarity of the eyes or in the eyes. It keeps the temperature of the eye. So that is this kind of this pitta, allergic pitta, what it does in your eyes. So obviously, if there is an issue with that, then it's anything with eyes, like I have, but I have been having this since I was a little kid. I'm sure I could feel I could fix it, but it's something I can live with, and I'm not willing to put time and energy into it because I have more important things to do here. And so, if you, in case you were thinking like, why, if I know all this, why I'm not doing anything with my eyes? Because I don't, it's not my preference, not my priority. Another interesting thing about allergic pitta, this eye pitta, is that it's connected with emotions and how it manifests in the tears. So when we cry and the tears are coming from outside the corner from here, those are kapha tears, which kapha we will cover in another video. Those are tears of love. They are sweet, coolish, and compared to those two, are more liquid. Like they are just like more watery, more watery. If we cry and the tears are coming from the middle, those are tears of anger, tears of pitta, and they are hot and sour. And if we cry and the tears are coming from the inside corner, those are tears of vata emotions, like for example fear, loneliness, and they are cold and bitter. So I found that very interesting. You can see it, and then when you know all of this, then it's fun to watch some movie and seeing that the person acting like angry, but the tears is coming from a different corner or from all over the eyes. That you know that this is not real tear. This is produced tear to use some eye drops or something. Also, when if you have kids, when they are angry, you can see that they cry from and the tears are coming from the middle, or if they fear, the tears are coming from inside. Of course, if they're lying down, then it's right. They should be in a vertical position, or standing or sitting, so you can see it nicely. Because when you lie down, it's not that accurate, right? Now, let's go into the last pitta, which is Bajak pitta, and this pitta is in our skin. I'm going to emphasize about because is or keeps the temperature of the skin, the luster of the skin, the color of the skin, but also it transforms, it digests. So everything we put on our skin, um, it goes deeper and deep into through the all the layers until or till the bones. So what I want to say here, start to put awareness, have a look on what you are putting on your skin. If you're using creams, have a look on which chemicals you are putting in, because it's not staying in your skin, it's not only blocking your skin tissue, it goes deeper through your lymph, through your blood, through your muscles, through your fat tissues, till your bone and bone marrows. So when you know that, are you really willing to put all the chemicals? Because what happens is it starts blocking the tissues, so it weakens the digestive fibers in your tissues, which are important for the nourishment of the tissue. And if there is a block in, let's say, in your meda metadatu, which is fat tissue, the next tissue will not have enough nourishment, because it does go properly through your your fat tissue, and you may start experience problem with your with the fat in your body. Example, okay? So be aware of what you are putting on your skin. Now, of course, you may be like, okay, so I'm putting the cream on my skin because I need to moisturize my skin. So what shall I do then? Well, I personally don't use creams. I have one, I've got it, which is like 98 or 99% organic kind of thing, but I don't use it. I do use it as an emergency when my skin is dry and I don't have time to do my abhyanga, which is done by the oil. Now, why to do abhyanga again? I've mentioned it a couple of times. I will mention it again. We apply organic, natural oils. There can be nothing wrong with it, especially if you apply the sesame oil. It will help to enhance the tissue fiber. It will help with your digestion. It will help on your hair. It will nourish the tissues. It has so much benefit. And also, what it does, you remember we were talking about crystallization of unprocessed emotions. It's a firm, thick thing, or not firm thing. Guess what? through the oiling, we are helping to release this blockage, this crystallization of your limiting belief or your traumatic experience. So therefore it's more healthier. It's healthier and it's better to apply the oils on your skin than the creams. But of course, now we are in the 21st century. There may be high quality, good quality creams. I'm not saying. What I said was go and check what you are putting, what is on the label of your cream bottle, and decide if you want to continue with it after you know all of this, or you rather change into the oils. Now, that is the pitta, that is everything for today. I hope and I believe actually that it was interesting. You learned a lot, and I convinced you now to start doing up yoga if you haven't done so far, and also pranayama, because that also helps in our manifestation, in our creation. So that is I'm very happy I could share that with you, and see you in next video. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer it. Just let me know, text me or email me. And if you want to proceed further, to go deeper into the work with your energy, and maybe also you want some guidance in this matter of balancing your doshas, your body, I'm happy to jump into the coaching program with you or coaching session with you. So all you need to do is just text me, and we will chat a little bit, see if we are a good fit, and then we can schedule our first meeting. But do not hire me if you are not ready for a growth, if you are not ready to be seen, if you are not ready for a change, because that is what happens with my clients. So if that is not what you want, if you don't want the growth, you don't want transformation, if you don't want speed up your evolution, if you don't want to live in more abundance, then I'm not your type. I'm not your kind of coach and guide. Don't hire me if you don't want that.